On my end, we going. Hit that music,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? For the sake of fam, he would have did it if he was here. You know what I'm saying? He would have did it if he was there. Alright. It's for fact.
Man, what's going on, y'all, man? Episode 49, man. We out here doing it. We a man down, old man. Big
Yes,
man had
sir.
to, boss man had to go pay some bills for us, so we got to hone the ship, man.
Hold
Just
it
me,
down.
Henny G.
You know what I'm saying? The boy P out, man.
Hey, we gonna do this, man. We gonna keep it real funky and swift for y'all today, man. Episode 49, you dig?
Oh, yeah. Check us out, man. Check us out.
Oh, shit, man. We done gave him the sounds. We done gave him the real sounds.
We gave you the sounds, man. It's
All right, man. Kicking off today, man. So, Jared Jackson won Defensive Player of the Year, and Fox won the Clutch Award. Did the NBA get that right?
Absolutely. Jared Jackson is a monster. That's all I got to say about Phil. Like, only other person I was contented was Brook Lopez, and you know what I'm saying? He get a nice amount of blocks or whatever, and that's nice. The blocks he get. Jared Jackson go after them blocks. He go after them. You know what I'm saying? He hunt blocks down.
We really do.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, with that being said, yeah, they definitely got Jared Jackson right. Who's the other dude you said? You said Jared Jackson and
Aaron Fox.
Yeah, Fox. Yeah,
Got the Clutch Award.
Yeah. The whole thing about Dog is he had to get it because he was on a winning team. You know what I'm saying? I felt it was either him or DeRozan. DeRozan just got that history from last year with the Bulls and them shots at the end and being fourth quarter clutch. But he continued that a little bit this year. So I considered DeMar, but he on a losing team, so it was Fox to me.
I mean, it's kind of hard, to argue the fact that this man averaged 3 blocks per game, which is huge, man. And, this man just barely edged out a beat where he just beat out Brook Lopez and Evan Mobley, who were actually the runners up. So shout out to those guys, for having a stellar year and shit. But, man, I ain't going to lie, man, he played just a lot better, man. Mm-hmm. And, as far as the Aaron go, I mean, he was the only guard in Sacramento season, ever to probably do this. what he's done, you know what I'm saying? So as far as that, the Clutch Award, I think they got that, 100% right. The other people who were runner-up in that category was Jimmy Butler was second, and then DeMar DeRozan was third. And they had absolutely probably some of the best clutch moments this year as well. So I think the NBA did get this right. I think for this being a new award, for what they're giving out, I think they kind of nailed this on the head, I feel like the NBA fumbles the bag on a lot of big things, but I felt like they knocked this out the park. And this was good to see, and I feel like it was well-deserving. I felt these guys had stellar year this year. And, going into the playoffs, I mean, shit, they still looking good, but they got a tough fight ahead of them.
This dude, Missile Billy, just sent me his picture. Yes, the NBA got it right.
Hold on. So, Millie, the big man, since he couldn't be here today, this is his thoughts. He said, yes, the NBA got it right for the Defensive Player of the Year. Jared Jackson leads the league in blocks, like I said. Him with the Grizzlies are third in defense. With Ja being out, they were 6-3, and a large part of it because Jackson's defense. Fox was second in points scored, and the NBA behind Kyrie, and was the closer for the Kings. The team hasn't had one since Chris Webber or Peja. And I feel, I'd say Bibby at one time was a decent closer, but that's understandable. I respect that. I respect it. But let me see, going in here, man. This thing gave me too many messages. All right, going into football. Okay. Jalen Hurts just signed a new deal. Does this hurt Lamar Jackson's chances of getting a new deal?
Honestly, it would seem like it from the outside looking in, but the thing about Lamar is there's nothing that can speed this process up or slow it down until he see a number that's fit. He's his own agent. He's still going to be able to shop himself around this year as he play at the same time. Nothing really changes for Lamar. It seems like, okay, there should be pressure now to get a deal done. Every time a quarterback signs a deal, it's like, well, this guy signed for this. It's time for you to sign.
Right.
Well, if that was the case, he would have signed a while ago. But this has been like 2 years, so I'm gonna say probably not.
I'm gonna say this probably has
The man right there.
not a whole lot. Me personally, I feel like this may or may not. This may or may not have a lot to do with what Lamar Jackson has to get paid with, because at the end of the day, we're talking about two different guys having two different battles. Okay. For anybody interested, Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts will soon become the highest paid player in the league after agreeing to terms for a record-setting 5 years, $255 million contract extension that includes $179.304 million in guaranteed, along with a no-trade clause. Now, that is a great contract. I don't argue that. But the reason a person like this is getting this money, and I explain to people why this is a certainty of why you lock in people like this, is Jalen Hurts has a passing rating of 84.7 with, listen to this, 837 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in 4 games in his post-playoff career. This is all his stats from the playoffs, as long as he's been playing in the playoffs. I'm not looking at the season, what they did. I'm going off playoffs. That's why you kind of want to lock somebody in. Compared to a Lamar Jackson, who is 1-3 in a playoff record with 4 total touchdowns, 7 turnovers. His passing rating in the playoffs is 68.3 and is 28.4 points lower than his regular season average. It's fifth in the fifth largest drop off in NFL history. Now the difference. Lamar Jackson is a great player, great MVP candidate. But at the end of the day, we can argue talent and we can argue success. Now, the thing Jalen Hurts is having right now is success. And the reason he has success right now is because he's playing the game. Like I alluded to last week, sometimes you got to play, and he has played the game. But, fam, when you play in the game and you go to that postseason and you 1-3 and you asking for $230 million guaranteed, that's kind of tough on a GM. Yeah, they might have it, but the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. This man went to a Super Bowl. And I'm not saying that Lamar Jackson doesn't have it, but I'm yet to see him in a Super Bowl. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from this man, but the difference is one's playing and one ain't really. One's arguing about their money.
Yeah, honestly, man, me personally, I feel like Lamar should have been signed a contract. I don't feel like, I'm one of those people who don't think that you should play football without having your money in order, your affairs in order. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be protecting yourself in some way, shape, or form with this money, man. Everybody know any play, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? He's been betting on himself and it's been working so far. I wish the man the best of luck. I hope he, you know what I'm saying, can find some middle ground where he can get himself on the field and all he gotta worry about is football and not have to worry about his money shit.
I think it's the organization's kind of a fault. I feel like Lamar Jackson doesn't feel secure, and that's not going to sit comfortable with no player when you don't feel secure about your surroundings and your situation. That tends to make your play style and how you go different, and I think that. But seeing the type of money that Jalen Hurts is getting, and they pretty much have the same type of style, I think Lamar probably runs a little bit more aggressively, going downhill. He has more of a cut in, cut out. He's more aggressive. He's more of a halfback when he gets out there compared to Jalen. Jalen's kind of fast. But it's the style of play. And I like the way Lamar runs, but it's going to come down to what can you do in the playoffs. And it always comes at recently, and I might be a victim of the moment. Sometimes we become victim of the moments, where we see it and we all automatically think that, and then years down the line, we only seen it just that time. But in Jalen Hurts' thing, like, I don't see that team getting. I see them losing a lot, but I don't see him getting any worse. He's building. If this is his year, and you lose this, you come back bigger, badder, and stronger. Even though they lost a lot of their offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, linemen, D tackles, linebackers, and you've lost all that. I still think he's going to have a great year. Where I think Lamar, in the case of what the comments of my brother Omar saying, I feel like he might have to sit, and at that, we don't see nothing for you. Now it's hard to pay you guaranteed millions of dollars, and you sat a year. I mean, we seen it happen with Deshaun Watson, but do understand that's a once in a lifetime thing, and it's also the Cleveland Browns, and they're known for doing shitty and dumb things with a lot of money. And I'm saying, like, I want Lamar to get paid too, but at the same time, it's not like you're not getting paid. You're just not getting the money you want. Yeah. Catch it in the back end. Catch it in the back end. Pippen had to catch it in the back end. But brother Lamar says that the Jalen Hurts deal does hurt Lamar because it's a clear indication that owners are going to pay him what he wants. Lamar will either have to sit out or sign a deal, but the same issue next season. And I fucking agree. I agree. That's why I just want him to play. I figure this right now, this ordeal is going to take away from how good you can be next year. And that's what I don't want to see. Because a lot of people are going to start counting Lamar Jackson down and out, and he's going to have a breakback motherfucking year, and he just wants his money. And I understand that, but sometimes you just got to play the fucking game too. And that's what I'm trying to say. Look, I seen Pippen sign one of the shittiest deals ever known to man, and he had to catch it on the back end. I'm sorry. Sometimes you got to catch it on the back end. D Wade caught it on the back end. A lot of good players you got to, but do understand though, if you take that much money away from a team, you can't put nothing around them.
For sure. Sorry, y'all got an event to go to tonight. Stepping in for a second. Yeah, I got to push back a little bit, bro. What you said when I was in the other room, actually, I had to push back just a little bit as far as Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts goes, right? You said how much he just got paid? Like 80 something. I like those joints too.
They're one of my favorites.
But regardless, whatever he got paid, right? It was in reference to, you said he had one of the highest QBR ratings, right? Last year.
I didn't say one of the highest. I said in the playoffs. In the playoffs. This is just playoff stats.
Just playoff stats.
Just playoff stats. Yeah.
Okay. This is last year.
I compared both I could play his last year's playoff stats to Lamar Jackson's total. Their total playoff stats and his total playoff stats. That's what I looked to, and I put both of theirs back up to back.
Okay.
This playoffs, not regular season, just playoffs.
Okay. Just playoffs. Now, how many games before last season did Jalen Hurts play the playoffs? Do you know?
He has 4 total. He has 3 this year, 1 last year.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. That's what I wanted to push back on, because what we're basing it off is we're paying him off 1 year.
Okay.
Right. Go ahead.
I get it.
So we're paying him off 1 year.
Yep.
Right. I think what you're not looking at is what was the difference in that 1 year. We're just not going to talk about A.J. Brown. We're not going to talk about Devontae Adams, a former Heisman player who was a wide receiver and won the Heisman. Mm-hmm. He has one of the best wide receiver tandems in football. It's ironic he gets one of the best wide receivers in football and he has an MVP type year. A lot of people forget before the season started, they were talking about drafting a quarterback. So my whole thing is, when you look at Lamar, who already has a unanimous MVP, I guarantee you can't name off the top of your head 3 wide receivers that he's had. I feel like if you put him in that same offense that Jalen Hurts is in, he does even better. Lamar's proven in college he can throw the rock. He doesn't have anybody to throw to. He has a tight end.
I don't disagree with none of that.
And also, go ahead.
But the end of the day, Lamar Jackson is 1-3 in his career in playoffs. 1-3.
Right.
1-3.
Right.
That's tough to sit here and go 1-3, even though you had an MVP year. Okay, mm-hmm. It's tough to be like, okay, we finna give you all the bag. Now, $290 million, $230 million, which he's asking fully guaranteed, that's hard to give you when you don't really do that well in the playoffs, regardless of what your season was. Regardless. And this is a straight playoff stat. Because when I look at this guy's, he's winning. He has winning record in the playoffs.
He had 1 season. And he
had 2 seasons. 2 seasons.
He had 1 season of winning. He won 1 game in the play. He played 1 game.
And I get but that was his rookie year.
But I'm saying Lamar Jackson is still on his rookie contract.
And I fully agree that. I fully agree.
He's on his rookie contract.
But the difference is, I just watched a guy go as far as the Super Bowl.
But you're comparing apples and oranges.
No, I'm just comparing records. That's not apples and oranges. That's a record.
When you look at records, you have to also look at their teams.
But playoff records, though.
But yes,
no. If you make it to
you have to look at what they have around them.
Make it to the playoffs. When you make it to the playoffs, you're subject to anything because you beat out the rest of the teams. This is what your final product is right here. It doesn't matter what your season. This is what you started with. This is what you ended with. That's the whole thing. You can't sit here and blame the team for that shit. It's Lamar Jackson can have his single success too. Look at other people.
The Ravens don't have any success.
But look at other people who have also won MVP who weren't successful in the playoffs, okay, or hasn't been in the recent. Aaron Rodgers.
They got the bag.
Aaron Rodgers
got the bag.
I get it though, but he's not.
That's all.
But they're not winning. They're not winning.
We're not talking about win. We're talking about getting the bag. That's only proving my point.
And what I'm saying is
that's only proving my point.
And I get that. But when Lamar Jackson wants the bag and the team wants to win, this is where they're splitting difference. Because I can't give you the bag and we still need weapons. All right?
But that's the thing. You've had me on a rookie contract and you still haven't gotten me any weapons.
And we're trying to get you more weapons right now. We had to take some. I'm not a GM, bro. I don't know what their titles and what they do as far as what they feel their pieces are right now. Mm-hmm. But I'm willing to guarantee you damn near everything that they're not going to sign that guaranteed for it because it's just too much of a liability for the organization because of something of the play style and the way he runs and how they're coached to have him run. That doesn't suit up to give you fully guaranteed like that. And that's why I'm saying I don't think it's just a good business decision as an owner going down for that. That's why it makes it hard. Because even though I'm watching the same play style with Jalen Hurts, the thing is they got a few little weapons in there.
Well, they have the best team in football.
They have a great old line is what they have.
They have the best team.
If they had the best team, they'd have a ring. They didn't have the best team. The Kansas City Chiefs had the best team because they won the ring.
Kansas City Chiefs has the better. They had the better player. They had the better player.
I can't say that because the defense was getting stops on an offense that was,
who was the best player in football?
Patrick Mahomes will always be the best, but that's because he won the ring. If he didn't win, it'd been Jalen Hurts. If he didn't win the championship, it'd been in my line. Do you not think if Jalen Hurts would have won the Super Bowl, he'd be the best player in football right now?
No, bro, not
that didn't
at
make
all.
Brad Johnson the best player in football.
Michael Jordan lost to the Pistons.
But it's how he won. He was running to get touchdowns.
I'm just trying to prove. I'm just trying to make a point. They won because they had the best player. Patrick Mahomes is the best player. He got them.
It has nothing to do with the great coaching. It has nothing to do with anything.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm telling you is the difference is having a great player. Andy Reid was a great coach. He didn't win shit until he got Patrick Mahomes. That's real shit.
Well, I guess the difference is Philly will pay you, and motherfucking they won't. That's the difference at the end of the day because he's not going to get that money out there. I'm sorry.
I'm not. I said he probably won't get it. But the point I'm trying to make is you simply said he has to get out there and play, and I'm like, yeah, he has done that.
I didn't say no. I didn't say he has to get out there and play. I say you have to get out there and be successful in the playoffs. That's what you have to do. Because even though Aaron Rodgers got the bag, he also has a ring.
Right.
He also has a ring. There's a reason he had got the bag is what I'm saying. This man hasn't proven enough in the playoffs to do that. It's great in the regular season.
Fam, Kyler Murray. Okay, so how about this? Jalen Hurts didn't get a ring. He just got the bag. Kyler Murray just got the bag.
Because on his second year, he went to the motherfucking.
But we're talking about chips.
But you got there. But he went there. Lamar ain't been there yet.
Right.
Lamar ain't been there yet, and he's been in the league how long?
But without Lamar's been in the league, I think 5 years.
Okay, how many? Okay, and out of all those 5 years, how many AFC appearances has he had?
He hasn't had any.
Okay, and then how many Super Bowl appearances has he had?
He hasn't had any.
Okay, so now we flip over to here. We're talking about a guy who's been in the league for 2 years, just two. Okay, His first year, kind of fuzzled out. Got to learn the system. The second year, you go to the fucking Super Bowl. That's the same. All I'm saying is that's the same pattern. They see the same pattern because who else did that? Patrick motherfucking Mahomes. That's all I'm saying. It sets up for that pattern. If Lamar Jackson would have went to the AFC Championship his second year, they'd be like, damn, this man that got us here. We're one game away from the Super Bowl. Okay, we should look into this. But he didn't. And all I'm saying is, yes, he's a great athlete. He deserves a bag. But being realistic, I don't think it's possible because you ain't proven nothing in the playoffs. That's all. Just the playoffs. Regular season dog's a boss. He's a beast. But playoff shit means a lot. And it means a lot to organizations who want to kick in $290 and $230 million for one person. That's all I'm saying. I want the man to get paid too. Don't confuse that. But at the same time, it just don't seem unrealistic given playoff standings. Just playoff standings.
I'll let you finish, bro. You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, you're right. So I guess nuance doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the fact, like I said, he got one of the best wide receivers in football and his game automatically elevates. It doesn't matter that he has one of the best offensive lines in football. That doesn't matter. It also doesn't matter he got a great edge, right? 2 great edges, right? And they have a great bench. He has a great defense. So that means that he's not on the field as much, right? None of that shit matters. All of a sudden, none of that shit matters. When you look at Lamar Jackson's team, bro, he doesn't have any of the weapons Jalen Hurts has. We saw what Jalen Hurts was without those weapons. He was nowhere near MVP status. We see what Lamar Jackson is. That's all I'm saying. If you put Lamar Jackson in that same system, he is just as successful. That's all I'm saying. You can't sit here and make it seem like he had all of this success just because it was him. No, he has a great fucking team around him. That's why he went to the Super Bowl. Like, am I right or wrong?
All right, but we're also acting like Pittsburgh, or not Pittsburgh, but the Ravens, Baltimore.
He doesn't have anything.
Hold on. But we also like they didn't have a top tier defense at one point. We're acting like they don't have one of the top 5 tight ends over there. We're acting like they don't have like Andrews is a beast. He's like one of the top 3.
He's still a tight end. I'm waiting. Go ahead. Who else?
But listen, I know we can't blame a player for his pieces, okay? But come down to individual performances in the playoffs. If you're going to lead a team to a playoff, that means you're representing them. It doesn't matter what the rest of them. We made it to a playoff. We beat out all the teams. This is a final form of the team. I get what you're saying, but I can't blame that man because he got put in a better situation and he's winning, and he got put in a shitty situation and they're not winning. We can't blame that. But if you come in there and you take $230 million away from him, you're not going to improve your shitty situation because you're still finna be losing. You're just finna be sitting on a shit ton of cash. That's all the difference is. So if you want to win, go ahead. And you know what I'm saying? Sit out and do it, but at the same time, I want you to get your money, but that's not going to help y'all win. You sitting here talking about what you want wins. When I watched his interviews last year, what was mad? Oh, I want to be on the field. I want to win. You can't win if you out here getting that much money because you ain't going to have shit to put around you. So look at it like that perspective. I want the man to get, but I want him to be a winner too. I want to be able to say one day Lamar Jackson got a ring because he stuck around, he did all that shit, he fought for it and got one. But that don't look like we having that conversation. It looked like we just worrying about a man getting his bag so he can go sit back on his ass. That's what it kind of looked like. Because once he get his money, who can you put around him that's going to be worth a damn? Who taking these contracts? You ain't got no draft pieces. I'm just saying.
You haven't drafted, period.
I'm
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at it from a GM perspective. At least I know with Lamar, we have a chance of getting to the Super Bowl. We have a chance. Without him, we can go another 20 years of being irrelevant.
And what I'm saying, the difference is, there's a difference between a chance and we've already been there. Okay. Because I'm paying this man because we was damn near there. We were a play away from winning a chip. That's why I'm paying this man. I can't say that same thing about Lamar Jackson. I can't say we was a play away from winning the chip because you ain't never been to the fucking championship.
Because you've never given him any weapons.
You nigga. It don't matter. I mean, it matter your weapons, but it matter how you use your weapons. It matter how you use your weapons. Yeah. No, because that's crazy though. Because I've watched shitty quarterbacks with just decent receivers and a great defense win. Mm-hmm. Shitty receivers, shitty ass quarterbacks. All they did was make. Nigga, I watched Man, Sexy Rexy and the motherfucking, come on, man. Dog has never been spoke of the fuck again. Bears quarterback, Rex Grossman. And he made it out there. Bro, you can be shitty and make it out there. But it's the defense and shit around you like that.
Right.
But that's also calling you making your own decisions. Because you can make receivers come out there and do the shit they need to do too. You can be a leader. Do you take him as an offensive leader? No. Do you take him as an offensive leader? Do you look at Lamar Jackson? Is he the leader in that?
Absolutely.
Okay, and that's what they say?
Absolutely.
Well, when you go flip over there, they got motherfuckers on defense talk about how big of a leader Jalen Hurts is on both sides doing that shit. That's the difference. Second year in. This man's been in there. He losing his fun because he worrying about that money too much. My thing is, I get it.
What do you mean, bro? He's worried about his money too much.
But you worried about shit and you not winning in the playoffs. That's why I'm saying you worried about the money too much.
You're not surrounding me with anything to put.
Because you
me in
want
a
230 guaranteed. That's why I can't surround shit with you. Because if 230 million tied into you, who the fuck else gonna get money?
But I don't have anything, and you haven't been paying me nothing.
He has nothing.
No, name me two of his receivers.
So you didn't see this man's big fat ass dumb ass chain.
Name me two of his receivers, bro.
Bruh, his receivers that he leads out there still getting him MVP capital. I'm just saying, you don't get MVP stats if niggas not catching the ball, correct? Yes or no? Is that a fact? If I no, I just want a yes or no. If I don't become an MVP if you're not catching the ball, correct?
Yes.
Because he didn't win it off running, right? Lamar Jackson didn't win MVP off running.
He won a lot of it off running.
He won a lot of it off running?
Yes. That's what separates Lamar Jackson.
So him just doing him, right?
Yes.
So that's what the fuck they signed him there for. Because he was a running quarterback. So I'd be damned if I'm not giving you the money to do what the fuck your job is. You supposed to be out here doing this, nigga.
Fam, that's fine. And if I'm winning 70% of my games with just me, fam, what else do you want me to do? I need some help.
I want you to win more than a third of your playoff games.
You can't name me two of his receivers.
I want you to play more than I want you to win more than a third of the playoff games you've been in.
But it's a give and take, though, Hendo.
Okay, but what I'm saying, Omar,
that's what you're not looking at.
But you know what I'm looking at?
What
I'm looking at is the talent that got him the MVP status.
Right.
Okay.
It was him. A lot of it was him.
Not just that though. Not just that, because he was passing the ball too.
Okay.
Because they gave it off a balance. They said he had a very balanced year. He was passing very well and he was running very well. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means the receivers was helping him out.
Yeah. Okay.
So you had an MVP year.
Okay.
And then as soon as you get into the motherfucking thing, you lose.
That happens
All the time.
Yes.
Come on, bro. Okay, if it happens,
that happens all the time.
Then you know what happens?
Aaron Rodgers. We talk Aaron Rodgers. It happened to him 3 fucking years in a row.
All right, fellas, you're gonna have to transition at some point in time to another topic.
But when it's 70% of your you know what I'm saying, your season games, that's cool. But you're not doing shit in the playoffs, regardless of what your weapons is, and that's all I'm saying. There's a time where you got to figure it out too. You know what I'm saying? But you crying about weapons, but you sound like you want money or weapons. What you want? Money or weapons? Money or weapons? Because now, okay, hypothetically, he gets the money. Then what happens? They have another losing season. Now whose fault is that? Is that Lamar Jackson's fault, the organization's fault, or the coach's fault? Going forward, hypothetically, and I'll end it right there. They have a bust year. They have a losing season. They give him the money.
It would be both of them.
It'd be both of them.
Yeah, it happens. It had just happened to Arizona with Kyler Murray. It just happened with Russell Wilson. It just happened with Aaron Rodgers.
And that's a tough cookie.
It just happened with Deshaun Watson.
But that's a tough cookie to eat for a GM and for an owner.
It's going to happen with Herbert. It's probably going to happen with Jalen Hurts. Most teams that go to the Super Bowl, they have, I believe, a 50% chance, or I believe it's less than that, than happening the following year.
I don't doubt that.
So that's my point. So it's like, cool, if you want to be the GM to be irrelevant for the next 20 years and not even have an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, cool. I'm looking at, no, I don't agree, $230 million. Do I think he should get it? Yeah, I think he should get it. If you're looking at market value, yeah, he should get it. Is he going to get it? Probably not. But to act like he don't deserve like at least 2 or more than what Jalen Hurts got, I don't think so, bro.
They offered him that though, fam. That's what you
I don't.
You're very reluctant to like bring that up too. How much they offered him and how much he rejected that. They offered him like 190 million with 120 or 30 guaranteed, and he rejected that.
I didn't hear that. Is that what he
Yeah.
said or who said
That was the actual thing. He's rejected. They had offers, bro. They put offers on the table. He's rejected.
I know they put offers. I didn't hear the number.
Yeah. And then they moved up. Then they moved up to like 210 on him. And then, like I said, he rejected because he wants the fully guaranteed. And the only thing I'm saying is we're acting like they haven't offered him the money. He keeps rejecting the offer because of the fully guaranteed, and that's where I feel like there's that you're not gonna get that. They're not gonna budge off that. That's why that's the hiccup. They offered him. They said it like, bro, we'll pay you, but the guarantee, bro, you got to come up off that. Like, we can fully guarantee maybe a 130 million, but we can't do the fully guaranteed 230. Like, you tweaking. Like, that's basically what they saying. That's the argument.
Have you guaranteed a 190? I don't see anything wrong with that.
And to me, that's still, man. I thought the 130 was decent, bro. I'm sorry, like that's 130 million, bro. I'm sorry, that's 130 million. I think that's fully guaranteed out of a 200, man. Shit, man, you can holler at me later, boy. I'm taking that. I'm signing. That don't seem like a dumb deal to me. Is what I'm saying. That don't seem stupid to me. That's fully guaranteed. 130 million, bro. We not that, bro. This ain't chump change we talking, bro. This is 130 million, bro. That's nigga. Nigga, if something happened to him tomorrow, nigga, that's guaranteed regardless, nigga. However you get it, nigga, that's different, bro. I'm sorry, nigga. It'd be different. They was talking about fully guaranteed this 70 million or 80 million. Yeah, okay, man, you can walk with that.
They just guaranteed Jalen Hurts 180, right?
Yeah. But he also just played in a Super Bowl though, right? That's why you lock somebody in. They had a lot of pieces leave, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of nigga on his second year he took you out there. And the only other person to do that, like that, was Patrick Mahomes. And then the year after that, he won it. I'm just saying, that it's just similar. It's a similar trend. That's all I'm picking up. That's what they looking at it too.
No. The similar trend would be paying. That would actually be the similar trend.
If you win some more playoff games.
How many did Kyler Murray win?
I mean, I didn't. Hey, I said that was a dumb move too.
No.
I said that was dumb. No, that was stupid.
Trends,
that was stupid, bro.
Aaron Rodgers. How many did Aaron Rodgers win?
See, but he got a ring though.
No, but he had, bro. He
got a ring though. But having hardware at the end of the day speaks for your money. Sometimes I keep saying that. But moving on. Skip to my Lou on your neck. No, I'm just playing. So, they say going on after that, man. So, should Draymond Green have been suspended for that game? Yes or no? How you feel about that, B.I.?
Absolutely. That boy, it ain't even just a stomp in the stomach or whatever. That's bogus enough. But the whole thing is like, man, why are you over here talking to the crowd like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you are still at work, though. You know what I'm saying? This is your job. There's a certain thing is being professional and carrying yourself like one. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just be throwing all that shit out the window, man. This dude is out of control. And at least a 1-game suspension, man. I feel like that shit is warranted. I mean, man, get your act together, man. There's something wrong with this kid.
It's a slippers for me, folks.
I'm about to say, shout out to my man's suede loafers. He got the suede joints.
Let's see. Should he have been suspended? Man, hell yeah, man. Ain't no way in hell we in the playoffs. Like, first of all, Durant a dirty motherfucker. Or not Durant, my bad. Motherfucking Draymond Green. He a dirty motherfucker, man. He just dirty. But that's his play style. But to do something to jeopardize your play in a series, I'm pretty sure you did that before and caused your team to lose. You know, get put out the series for doing shit like that back when you was kicking guys in the dick.
I'm trying to tell you, you kicked too many dicks for me to
But
side, bro.
Long story short, Draymond got too much of a history doing this shit. And it's becoming more like it's an infamous type thing, you know, kind of like you just get known for doing dirty shit. So I feel like the league had to do that just to enforce the fact that, man, you got to keep it right some way, man. You can play dirty, like whatever, but none of that kicking in the dick shit. That's just, I mean, it's stomping on a man's chest. Come on, bro. You know goddamn well that ain't gonna be accepted. You left a big ass shoe print on that man's jersey for no motherfucking reason. And you know you did that talking about you didn't know where your foot was gonna land. Come on, fam. Come on, man. You know you dirty as shit. Hell yeah, he should have been suspended for that shit, man. You can't be stomping on niggas' chests and shit, man. That's just foul. How you feel about Millie?
Shit, I feel like he do whatever he want to do. He got a ring.
Damn.
Motherfuckers got rings, I guess, to do whatever they want to do. And he should get as much money as he wants.
That ain't gonna happen. He teetering at the end of his career, man. He gonna get a decent deal, but it's gonna be a walking out. Like another nigga, he gonna catch more money on the back end. Cause his value on the back end for what his talent is, shit, he gonna get paid for that shit.
Yeah, right. If he goes to the Detroit Pistons.
Shit, where you think he gonna
I'm
go?
about to say.
Where you think he gonna go? Knicks?
He finna get that shit.
He gonna go to the Knicks?
Shit.
Anyway, he only
State.
got suspended because the commissioner was in the building.
Well, I think it was. I think it was gonna be more of like that. You just get known for doing dirty shit, man, and NBA kind of get tired of that shit sometimes. They try to nip some of that shit in the butt. I try to see them, but man, we still tripping on the travel call.
Mm-hmm.
So going on to the next, man. Going on to the motherfucking next.
Who are the scariest dudes in the playoffs with the ball in the clutch? Top 5 most clutch dudes in the playoffs right now.
Top 5 in the clutch, man. Hold on. Ooh, that's a good question too.
In the playoffs right now. I thought that was a tripped out question. I know we're gonna get some different answers this time on that one.
Man. I take right
at 5.
at 5. Most clutch player in the playoff right now, coming in at number 5. I'm gonna say Kawhi when he play. Just because the simple fact is I done seen Kawhi close out. I gotta put him in there when he play though. Man, I don't know, man. His injuries is gonna cost the Clippers another chance at going deeper into the playoffs, and I know that for a fact because they're gonna run into some situations where Paul George ain't out there. Who you gonna have playing on the big man? Who's stopping the stars? Who putting up the points? They got a deep enough roster where you can do it, but it's gonna be a very mixed batch. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be I don't know, man.
They can get put out this next game. They're down 3-1.
I mean, yeah, I got him in there. Who you got, Bi?
Shit, at 5, I got Al Horford. I don't trust that motherfucker. Hey, look, if you playing, you can say what you want, but if you playing against him, you better guard that motherfucker.
If you down by 2 and you in the playoffs and need a rebound and a bucket, he the man to go to.
If you need a 3 even, this motherfucker, I don't trust him. I've seen him do it time and time again. Every game, it's like it's some type of, we can't believe he's doing it. I can believe he's doing it. He do this shit all the time. Old as hell, I have no idea how he's doing this shit, but he do it all the time.
Who you got?
Good ass answer. Number 5, I had Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. I like that.
I feel like he I think more or less. I think Tatum, even though Tatum gets more of the pub, I feel like when it comes to crunch time, I feel like Jaylen Brown embraces it more. But I feel like Tatum, I seen him last year, we kind of shy away from. But I feel like Jaylen Brown, he really embraces those final few moments. So I had Jaylen Brown at 5. They're gonna be a tough hour too. Yeah, probably if Giannis healthy, it's probably gonna be them in Brooklyn. Them in Milwaukee, actually.
Coming at 4 for me, AD. AD's healthy, man. In them clutch moments, man, he's just the guy you want the ball in hand sometimes. I'm sorry, but when it come down to big moments, you can spread out, put him at the top of the key, man. He come in clutch, man. I'm sorry, AD a clutch shooter, man.
Okay, that's actually that count. I'm going Clay.
Even
hurt Clay. Clay ain't even 100% this year. He will be next year. But I'm going Clay because on that team, really anybody in the league, but on that team too, everybody thinking Steph. I see Clay. He the one that I would let Steph shoot before I would let Clay shoot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I felt this way. This is why I predicted he would beat Steph in that 3-point shootout years ago. I told motherfuckers before that shit. It's funny, I picked 3 things that year. But yeah, I definitely picked that motherfucker to beat Steph in the 3-point shootout before it happened. I just know his pride. You know what I'm saying? He got pride too. His daddy played in the league too. His daddy's a champion. You know what I'm saying? I know the pride in that household. I know the pride that Clay got, and I know his ability. He's a fucking monster. He can get hot like we have not seen anybody else in league history. This nigga can score 50 points, take 11 dribbles.
Yeah, that's true. Truly not.
Clay, he dangerous. I don't trust him. Like if your team is playing against him, just guard him. There's certain motherfuckers.
Is he the third greatest shooter ever? I did a poll myself.
I don't think
Old school would say Larry Bird, and then most people would say Steph Curry is the greatest shooter ever.
I got Larry Bird 1, and I will give Steph his credit because he can get a lot of shots off on the dribble or whatever. But if you're talking about just shooting the ball, you don't even need a dribble or one dribble and then shooting the ball. Yes, I think Klay Thompson's a better shooter than Steph Curry.
That's crazy. Cause I got a 3 order and he on my 3rd. He 3rd. It literally go Curry, Ray, like Klay, just like that.
Yeah.
I just think because of the volume of threes, and that's the only reason I put
It's the volume.
And I like the way Larry Bird and like Reggie Miller, but it's literally they never shot the volume of threes. These motherfuckers are putting up the most threes in the series type shit. Like that's nuts. This is the most threes ever shot ever. Like when it's getting deeper, nigga. Everybody shooting threes. Ain't nobody going to the middle. I watched the game, nigga. It was 110. It was 57 3 attempts. Like, god damn. 57, 56
Who were
3.
you watching? Because I was watching the game
too.
I know, and everybody kept shooting
game. Actually, this morning he was getting off. I forgot how good he was. It was the Bulls, 92 against Trailblazers when Michael Jordan had that crazy first half in the threes.
Yep.
And Terry Porter's at the line. He was going off, going crazy against the Bulls. And I sat there and I started dying laughing, and it said he had the previous series, he had hit 18 threes in that series, and that was an NBA record. I started dying.
Man, they hit 18 threes in the game.
I was like, that's what I started thinking. I was like, no, but as an individual, that was. But then I started thinking, I'm like, bro, like Steph, they hit 10 threes, like by himself
in the first half
several times. I'm like, I wonder what the record is, and I didn't think to look, but I thought about, as crazy you said, he had the record at the time in '92. He had 18 threes in a series, and that was an NBA record. Wow. I was like, wow, times have really changed.
Now we tipping 100,
man.
And that's just and it's just a consistency through.
I mean, but back then, actually, the '60s was actually the fastest pace. That's why they averaged so many rebounds and shit. But who had number 3, Hendo?
Number 3, man. Number 3, Jimmy Butler, man. Jimmy Butler's still one of the most clutch players ever, man. But I gotta put him at number 3, man, because they kind of struggling right now. I feel like sometimes in certain situations it all comes down to Jimmy playing good because the team folding around it.
That team is whack.
And I don't think that team is a good final product because I think they shooters didn't pan out the way they wanted to consistently wise.
That's crazy.
They should start off by getting a real center.
I didn't do 4. I forgot to do 4. Go ahead.
Well, shit, man. I had to go De'Aaron Fox, man.
Number 3
himself. Yep. Number 3. Mr. Clutch himself.
No, I didn't do 4. I said I had Fox at 4, and then at number 3 I had LeBron.
Okay.
I got LeBron at 3. I think LeBron, if the Lakers do anything, he's gonna have to be huge for them. And me and LeBron has always been clutch.
I feel like AD gotta be the best player on that team if they win.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen. And it's personality wise. Just from a personality side.
One got more dog than the other, and when it comes down to a playoff time, you would like AD to come out through it and be the stud, but it's probably going to end up in the
alpha. It's not like a situation.
You still got love for your AD, man.
And I think
welcome on the show.
What am I at now? Number 1?
Number two.
Number 2, second clutch player in the NBA or in the playoffs right now. Donovan Mitchell, man. Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell's a stud, man, and he'll put you in, but he'll take you out of the game though too. But he's still a stud, man.
Shit, I'm coming.
I did not see that. It's actually good. He's actually not playing well though.
Not right now, but he's
no.
He's a good clutch. He's a good clutch player. If his team could help put some points up, like he'll close it out for him. He's one of them. He gonna give you 28, whether the front end or the back end. Put it like that. He gonna start out with it or he gonna end with it. That's what I like about him.
He's definitely a 3-level scorer.
I'm gonna tell you who is playing good right now. D Book.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't trust him with the ball.
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
He's playing phenomenal
defense. Yeah, in defense too. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Actually, yeah, they're playing good defense.
That's a great pick.
45 last year.
Oh, I had I'm so disappointed, bro. You're gonna have to trade him. So disappointed in this dude. The Claw, man. Kawhi Leonard, number 2.
Yeah, that shit hurt my motherfucking feelings, man. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, Jack.
Like I honestly, when I saw my phone when they say he wasn't playing, I thought it was a joke.
This is me.
That's me.
I'm like, fam, like I wasn't cool with like load management because I'm an old head. Like, so I feel like you should play all 82 if you can play all 82. Like, then you Hooper, play all 82. Cool if you gon', you know what I'm saying, be healthy playoffs, be healthy for playoffs. Fam, like, bro, how many years in a row has this happened?
Hey man, they say that's you got
Like-
a knee sprain. It's serious. It's swelling. You know
I
what I'm
never-
saying? And he day to day.
I never.
Yeah, you got
When he went to the Clippers, I never thought he was healthy. I think the Clippers got a bad product. I hate to say it like that, and I'm not trying to be mean,
Yeah.
but I really think that happens. I feel like the same way with Lonzo Ball and the Bulls. I think when we picked him up, he was bad product. I think he already had prior knee injuries and play style. We played him, and they were like, "Look, you're going to do this." I think it was just bad product, man,
It's
because
so frustrating.
it's crazy.
He's been the best player in the playoffs.
Because he's so consistent on both sides. But what's the best ability?
No.
Availability.
Yeah.
If you ain't been available for 3 years.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I think as a Clipper, he's a
Not
bust.
playing the game.
And I hate to say it like that, but as a Clipper in the Clipper uniform, he's a bust.
You're gonna have to rebuild. I would say trade him.
You got to.
Get Wembanyama.
Man, listen, no, you gotta. Well, listen, it did, but there's a bunch of pieces. They gotta blow that team up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you got to blow the whole team up.
No.
Paul George got to
No.
go. I'm saying,
No.
yeah, because listen, these guys is coming down to the end of their trails, okay? And I love Paul George, but these guys need to get
No,
to teams.
no,
They need to
I
get
know.
the teams that's a little bit more ready
I
for they
agree.
suited for what they need to do.
I agree with that. I agree with.
If Paul
Like,
George goes to Houston,
no, hell no.
if Paul George go to OKC, I'm just saying. If you go back, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of pieces.
Mike Kawhi said, said Kawhi Leonard for
Paul
for
George,
Jaylen Brown.
No, Paul George best spot actually would be Chicago would be a good spot.
It would be, because he could work with some veteran people, but that's what I'm saying. I think they blow that team up to get better, though.
No. When you
OKC
say blow,
got a good staff.
when you say blow the team up,
That's
I
right.
agree. But I'm only talking about Kawhi and Paul George.
Gotcha.
The rest of their pieces are fine. They have a good fucking team.
Yeah,
They
do,
just
but-
don't have any. Their
But when I mean
superstars
blowing
never
up,
available.
when I mean like blowing up a team, you getting rid of your superstars and you worry about
I
inventory
totally
coming back.
agree.
I didn't mean like blow up everybody because you keep Maxey and all the blue pieces and shit like that because you got a team on there.
Who'd you have number one clutch player right now in the playoffs?
Shit, I'm going KD.
Shit, you got me there. I'm at KD too,
I
man.
mean,
Sorry,
shit, you
that's
that dude, man. Like,
I'm sorry, man. KD,
you
the
cannot
man
trust
with
him
the ball, man. Shit, this
Sure,
nigga's
that's
doing
good.
everything.
I said KD as well. KD
Damn.
had to go Kevin Durant.
Tarantula.
Y'all let us know out there y'all feel. While we're talking about it, man, you guys already had talked about that.
This dude doing the show with us right now.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
Yeah,
He was late.
absolutely.
Loafers.
With the loafers on, with the loafers.
Chilofas. He chilling in the hole.
Hell, dog.
Loafers.
Yeah, I got the Chilofas.
We're talking about basketball, man. Playoffs. Looking at the playoffs.
So,
Enforcers like Draymond, are they still needed in the game of basketball? Is there still a place for guys like Draymond? And all joking aside, do you think he will get a max contract? Do you think his what's the word I'm looking for? Do you think his, I wouldn't say presence, but do you think his skill set is still? Do you think his skill set warrants a max contract? Put it that way.
absolutely,
Hell yes.
absolutely not. Absolutely, yeah, a max contract for his skill set, but not a max contract as far as what the league consider a max contract. Yeah, that dude shouldn't be getting paid no more than $20 million a year, man. Like 23.
23. Okay.
23 million a year.
Okay.
That's max dollars for him to meet, and they got to be a team that really need him. You know what I'm saying? Like to make that shit work.
Yes.
But do you guys think enforcers are still needed in
Yes.
the NBA?
Yes.
You think
Yes.
it's just like it? Because guys
If
can
he got a
necessarily.
jump shot, yep.
I mean, because guys can
Not
necessarily
even.
like.
PJ Tucker got a jump shot
Not
though.
even. Not even that, bro.
PJ Tucker and Bobby Porter's got jump shots.
They do,
This
and
shit
that helps. That does
you
help.
need to be able to stand up. You gotta be tough down there, but you gotta be able to hit this three because we about to spread the floor and let our real star do some work. So get the fuck out of his way. That's what this play is called. You seen that Doug Collins back in the day? That play was called "Get the ball to Michael and get the fuck out the way." He ain't say get the fuck out the way. He did his hands like this and get the fuck out the way.
There's a lot of teams right now that would be a lot better if they had a Draymond Green type nigga his size going there. Because Draymond Green got to be one of the most annoyingest dudes to play against. He plays. There's a.
I gotta ask.
I
Before
thought it
you
was
finish
Nick
that.
Lyman.
Before you finish that
I was
thought.
in the ghost.
Who's more annoying, him or Patrick Beverly?
Draymond, because he has the size and pressure to put more weight on you. Patrick Beverly would be like a gnat, but it'd be like a. No, I'm just saying. The type of physicality that Draymond brings from a bigger, heavier standpoint. He's a heavier guy. This man, when you physically weigh, that's the difference between a featherweight and a heavyweight. It's the weight. And they play two different type of battles.
Who's gonna win that fight tonight? Not you. What I was asking.
I'm about to say now, you already know. But
I see it.
I think Draymond's type of play style is disruptive to the point where he can get under people's skin. And that's an old type of play style, and I love it. I personally fucking love that shit. Because it's enough to irritate a person to make them make a mistake. How many times have we seen people react to something Draymond Green do and they get the technical and they get suspended and they get there and he doing like this? We see that a lot. And that type of shit
get away with a lot of shit though.
but that shit in the playoff games, that shit puts important pieces in foul trouble.
What he did to Joker last year was criminal.
Nigga, what he did to the Celtics?
Lawsuit.
What he did to the Celtics?
Yeah,
he was just pushing them, pushing them dudes into each other. He was bullshitting, boy. He was frustrating.
Yeah.
And that destructiveness got them a fucking ring.
Yeah,
Because I'm gonna be honest, the Warriors didn't shoot their best them games, all right? They didn't shoot their top tier that game. What they did is Draymond irritated them motherfuckers and put them motherfuckers in foul trouble, and it was hard to win with your second string niggas and your first nigga, your bench dudes, and then the bench dudes gotta come in with just tiptoe around shit and they can't take fouls. Now you gotta let motherfuckers do weird ass Euros and score because you can't foul them. That's a whole different type of ball game. That's a mental game. And a lot of these playoff games, it ain't judged by talent, it's judged by calls. Fouls. How many times do we see a better team go into a situation but they get in foul trouble early? Now it's the bench playing against the starters. And now shit's starting to even out because we got 3 of the 5 starters in foul trouble. They done caught 4 in the first half already. Now they got 2 to live with for the 3rd and 4th quarter. And then they get in foul trouble. Now they got to sit all the way to 5 minutes left in the 4th. Then they come in and try to do everything and foul out. How many times do we see that? Not because they not the better team, just because they even got in foul trouble. But that's why the play style that Draymond Green brings to the table, that's why that should be important. When you got guys like that who do that shit to big men and irritate them big men and get them out their rhythm so they not comfortable down low, that's huge.
Speaking of getting people out the game, Ja and Giannis.
All right. You didn't get your take on it.
I thought y'all did, my bad.
No, you didn't get your take.
I did.
On enforcers.
On the Enforcers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
they still
yeah,
need it.
they still need it. I did probably slide that in on the under. Yeah, they still need it.
He did.
Yeah, they still need it. You know what I'm saying? As long as they got a jump shot. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You get your take though?
No, I guess. I think enforcers are needed. I think when you look at the history and you look at teams that have won championships, I don't think you can really indicate to one team that has won a championship that didn't have some type of enforcer on.
Correct.
Even if you go back to Portland Trailblazers,
Everywhere.
they had Marcus Lucas.
Everywhere.
Pistons had Bill Laimbeer. Even if you look at it, say a finesse team like the Spurs, a lot of people forget they still had a Malik Rose.
Yep.
They still had Bruce Bowen on that team.
Bruce Bowen, yep.
The Lakers had Michael Cooper. The
Hell,
Bulls,
they had world peace, meta world peace.
Yeah, meta
I'm just saying, he was enforcer for everywhere he went.
Meta world peace on that Laker team.
Robert Horry was at one time. Now, I mean,
Horry was
just as far as a guy come in.
I would say Otis Thorpe was probably more or less the enforcer on that team.
I'm talking about with the Lakers. When they had him coming off the bench and shit, he just come in, get a couple fouls, block up the big man, and get out of
might
there.
always have been an enforcer.
I kind of feel like that.
Oh, yeah,
It's his play style.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oakley.
Oakley, but of course he never won.
Yeah, he never won nothing.
I mean, yeah, but absolutely.
Haslam?
I think yeah, Udonis Haslam.
Definitely. That's a really good example.
Yeah,
Right there.
Udonis Haslam. I had a few of Bill Laimbeer. Yeah, I think they're absolutely needed. I think that's why people are so intrigued with a guy like Dylan Brooks. Because when you think about it,
PJ Tucker
too. I think when you think about that Grizzly team, no one else on that team is really unlikable.
Bane. Bane's kind of a.
But he's not unlikable. Like a lot, the average person doesn't know who Desmond Bane is. We know who he is because we watch basketball, you know. But the average person doesn't know Desmond Bane. Jaren Jackson, nice smile, you know what I'm saying? He's a good kid. John Moran has fucking pink and red hair and does the giddy. Like, people don't dislike Ja. What people don't like about the Grizzlies is Dylan Brooks.
Right.
They don't like the perm. They don't like the
villain.
You know what I'm saying?
It's Villain Dylan.
Villain Dylan. You know what I'm saying? They don't. It's really him. You know what I'm saying? He's really the backbone. He's kind of what gives them like that. He's that big homie that that's the first one to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's their Draymond.
Was Robin our enforcement?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Robin, and then I would say with that first step would probably be Horace Grant. I would say Horace Grant was probably
I think
Bill Cartwright
was. Yeah.
Or Bill Cartwright. Yeah.
I'm about to say Cartwright would be quick to give you, but I don't know though. Or Horace Grant. Who, when you ask yourself, who would be quick to throw an elbow?
Yeah,
Horace Grant.
But Bill Cartwright was a fighter.
Yeah, but Bill Cartwright. And you want to who else?
That's why he
fought that free throw shot.
I don't know if that might have been that first step. Robert Parrish too.
Yeah.
Robert Parrish was too.
And a lot of people forget that he was on the Bulls and came in and averaged like 5 minutes.
I believe
and like 4 fouls and 5
10 elbows.
No, nigga, real talk. He come in and get a couple fouls to go to the bench. Real talk. He averaged about the same minutes as he did fouls. It's a weird stat. I was like, damn. At least with the Bulls,
0 points.
We didn't need him for that. You didn't need us go, baby.
5 minutes, 5 of them.
Hey, you know your role, right? You know your role, right?
Yes,
Come on ahead and get this ring, boy. Come on, man. You done won rings in 30 days.
All right, gotta ask. Y'all let us know too now. Y'all feel right now he isn't playing, but when he was playing phenomenal. Who do you think is the better player right now? Kawhi Leonard or Kevin Durant?
See, the problem with that question is you say player right now.
Yeah.
One of them motherfuckers ain't
Yeah,
playing.
see, that's my fault, guys. Kawhi at the time when we came up with the itinerary was playing.
Yeah.
So how about we throw this out there, right? Who's playing better right now in the playoffs? Devin Booker or Jimmy Butler?
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
I feel like Jimmy's always going to have the better playoff performance because Jimmy's like one of the only guys that put up like a triple double, like
40
like 40 points or shit like that. Like he goes out, but that's because his team is so weak. When you got a better team around you, you're not always required to put up so many points. I feel like this is a trick question, but when you also have another player who can put up 40, guys tend to gear their defense a little bit more towards Durant, which giving this deadly shooter clear advantage to take over. And if I had to say who's taking over right now, it got to be Devin Booker because he's just scoring at a better volume and they're winning, and that's why it's a trick question.
Is that would you guys say is Devin Booker better than Kevin Durant right now? Maybe that's the better question.
I can't say that he's
playing
better, but his level right now of
Is
intensity.
he playing better than KD?
He's scoring more points.
It's a E right. It's about right here. Toya Patrick. It's about even. It's about even. The other thing about it is KD's a 7-footer, man. He can block shit, man. It's different when you got a 7-footer. He can run the flow, but I don't think he outplayed him, man. But man, this is Booker time. It's Booker team, right?
Y'all let us know how y'all feel about it.
Hey, KD came over there and said, "This is Booker team, man."
Yeah, it is. It's Book team.
Man,
He's just a crusader, man.
hey,
He's for justice out here.
sometimes you gotta ride co-pilot, but still hit the same destination.
For real.
You know, but shit, leading to that, man. Who you think is more value to their team when they not there? Ja Morant with the Grizzlies or Giannis with the Bucks?
Man, I'm gonna have to say, see the thing is, Ja Morant's team, even if he was there, probably wasn't gonna get past this round without Clark and Adams. But I feel like, and I really don't think Miami can get past the Bucks. But what I do think is that Giannis' injury moving forward might be a problem for the Bucks. So I think that his injury is more important, him being out going forward. You know what I'm saying? Not even just this series. So I think Giannis is a more important person to get injured, you know what I'm saying, to their team. Right now, as we speak, Miami is up 11 points in the second quarter. They ain't trying to go home.
I kind of feel like both these guys are leaders to their team, and whenever a leader of your team go down, the team morale gonna go down. I think Ja Morant going down is a little bit more devastating because Ja Morant is their offensive leader. The difference with Giannis is they got Middleton back, and Middleton can be a volume scorer when healthy, and they got Drew Holiday, and they got a shit ton of bigs who can shoot very well from the outside as well as play defense. They're deeper. But Giannis is like a moral support. He can come give you the 30 and take your edge, but I think the way the Bucks are built right now, if Giannis goes down, they're still built to win because they've got a ring before. And so that team is still off they haven't changed a whole lot to that team since going to to the finals. A whole lot hasn't changed. Little bits here and there. The bench has got deeper. That's about it. The bench got deeper, which to me makes them a little bit better. Depends on how, like you said, how healthy Giannis is. But when Ja Morant goes down, they have a hard time scoring, the Grizzlies do. They can still kind of score, but it's tougher for them to score because they don't get that instant burst of what Ja Morant can give you off the first step. So with that being said, I think Ja going down has to be more effective to the team because I don't think that team without Ja can sustain wins where I can watch that Bucks team still get wins.
Yeah, right now you're right.
If I was to put it in a 10-game series,
it would be way better with Ja playing against the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? But the Bucks can beat the Heat without Giannis.
Correct.
So this round right now,
and I got the Bucks projected to do this because the Bucks are deeper, not because the Bucks. I mean, to be honest, to me, the Bucks are really the better whole-around team. When you go into the middle and you attack the middle, it's hard to stop the Bucks. You can get Jimmy, but Jimmy doesn't shoot the 3-ball too well. And then when Tyler Hero go down, you as a team don't shoot the 3-ball too well. So with that being said, you have to get your buckets right in the middle, and that's kind of pushing to what the Bucks want you to do. They want to push you off the perimeter into their bigs to where you'll turn over the ball and just kind of let their perimeter guys be nets. That's where you get Grayson Allen being successful as a net, an irritant, going for the ball, getting hard fouls going in it, and on the other end.
Less for them too. He needs to shoot less shots for them. Those are Pat Connaughton shots. Get those shots back to white boy Pat. He getting back in shape. No offense, nothing against Grayson Allen. I love his tenaciousness, but he deserved time on the floor.
It ain't even his shots.
But
they Middleton shots.
I mean Middleton too.
They Middleton shots.
And
they
white
Middleton
boy
shots.
Those are they shots, man, and they need them shots back because when they clicking, this team is way more dangerous. You know what I'm saying? This team is really, really dangerous when white boy Pat, Middleton hitting them threes. Then when the defense got to step out on them, these dudes can put the ball on the floor one time and then finish and beat another defender over. That's crucial.
Well, yeah, that's tough. That's tough when you have to do that shit and guard all that.
So I guess the right answer is Ja Morant.
Yeah. Like I said, if I was to put any team in a 10-game series or whatever, 10 games, whatever you want to call it, and see the best without those guys, I think the Bucks turn out more successful out those games than the Grizzlies do without those. And that's kind of what I look at. You play 10 games in the West, and they play 10 games. They have to be the same teams, and I can see the Bucks having more success than the Grizz overall. That's kind of, you know what I'm saying? I kind of broke it down like that.
Yeah.
Didn't matter who they played. Didn't matter who they played.
I was just looking way down the line in the playoffs, man, this might be fucked up for the Bucks because Giannis can't have a sore back. You know what I'm saying? Going against Boston and Philly, and you know what I'm saying.
And we seen with our own eyes Pit Dog with the same type of back spasms and shit take him in and out contentions and stuff, and how he had to defer and what he had to go through and stuff. So I don't want to see that, especially when you have to play back to the ball basketball.
When you play the way he
and guys hit you in your back a lot with elbows, and then
the way
you
he
contend
played,
on
he
defense.
getting hit. He used to go through contact.
Right.
Not his contact about to fuck with him. And once that shit get in your head, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different, man. It's gonna be different for him. I wish him luck. But what we have, man? On the young
shit, might be trade yourself, man.
I feel like it's trade yourself.
Yeah, it might be trade
I
yourself.
don't even know what dog do here. I'm gonna just hit anything. That button didn't even do nothing, did it?
You gotta hit that one.
Man, that's the opening you did. Oh, he back on Bluetooth.
Yeah, see, we playing through anything.
Well, we gonna trade yourself anyway today, man. That's what we gonna do. I got a quick, easy one, man. I seen that preview for that White Man Can't Jump, and I'm looking at the people thinking we don't even know these guys. Ooh. Hollywood gotta trade themselves. The things they just keep trying to just keep redoing.
They pressing.
They
pressing the game, man.
like that. Even when they kind of get it right, they still get it wrong. The reboots be horrible. I heard this or that 90s show. I heard all types of crap, man.
Certain reboots, they kind of hit on the head good, but other ones aren't well thought out and don't coincide with what the thought is.
Just the bad ones.
One of the best reboots, and just a rebuttal off
they
that.
should be able to see when it's a bad one coming and be like, we shouldn't do this.
Yeah, that's what they need more pilots. They need to run them. They running the pilots over the Hollywood crowd, not the real crowd. They just running. You should put that in the little theaters. Be like, how y'all think about that? Get feedback, free popcorn.
We look at that shit with 2 episodes and be like, no thank you.
I'm gonna tell you the best reboot that I thought coming up, man. Bel Air.
Ooh, I was messing with it.
Bel Air deep, man. Bel Air deep Bel Air deep all the way around, man.
Yeah.
If the best I've seen a reboot of a series with a serious spin on that still coincides with the old show, with the old feeling, but still can come up with a new upbeat version of it, and they not fumbling the bag.
I felt like it was
actors,
a soap opera. I felt like the old one was a comedy,
right?
And this one went a whole
That's some funny ones,
because
but I like the realness to it, because everything in life ain't funny like that. It'd be some serious shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's showing some motherfucking real people going through some real shit. Like it shows like when you get brought into a certain situation, people of wealth, and your uncle come get you and shit. Now people looking at you because you pulling up a different car. Like, bro, I came from the hood. I came from West Philly.
Yeah.
It just shows different angles and stuff. I like it. But I think they not fumbling the bag. You ain't hearing people like, oh man, they done fucked it up, man.
Some people do say that on the real.
I mean, I ain't hearing a lot. I don't think they fucking it up. Everything can't be funny
people,
and
but
shit.
These are the people that won't even try it too, though.
Right,
they
right.
won't even try it. They have to.
And yet they didn't watch the reboot of Roseanne. But shit like that, and that shit was trash too, man. Trash too, nigga. Trash. I didn't even do that.
Yeah,
right.
And I used to fuck with Roseanne back in the day.
But I gave this one because he shit. Even Will Smith said, I like it. I gave him a thumbs up on it. And then they keep the reason I like it though, and this would be throwing a lot of people. They keep a lot of upcoming black actors in there. How about that? We talking about up and coming. We ain't talking about these old ass actors. We talking about new up and comings. Like Marlon Wayans was in there. He doing that shit. He was in there. The black dude that played Cyborg on Teen Titans and shit like that. The real one, or my bad, Doom Patrol. He in there. Another black actor. They support even the old black actors from the old show coming back. They got the little sister in there. She in there was a teacher. Like it's cold. Like everybody coming back that can. Like I'm sure you're not gonna see Uncle Phil in there. I'm sure you're not gonna see Will Smith in there. But everybody else, on Viv, both of them, both of them that came back. Real mama for the show, she was in it.
Oh wow.
They can't. I'm just saying it's kind of cold. But I gave it a chance, and I go through the little seasons. I fuck with it. I kind of like it. It's kind of funny. Carlton the Square anyway.
Might get back into it, man. Only seen the first season.
But going on to mine, man. Trade yourself, man.
You trade, dog. You trade.
Oh man, goddamn, it gotta be Jerry Jones again, man. If I come up and see this goddamn picture of Jerry Jones in this black and white outfit, not allowing black students to get to the school, I'm gonna fucking say, come on, man. Like, goddamn, Jerry. Like, bro, you wanted to do something like that, and you didn't even give us an apology. You didn't come out and say shit. You was like, well, let's all. Come on, man. It's gonna be in Dak, man. I mean, I ain't saying nothing, man. Get your money, but goddamn, it's hard for me to go to meetings and nothing like, man, shut your ass up. But Jerry Jones, get your racist ass up out of here. We ain't never said you wasn't. We ain't never doubted it. We just got fucking mad. Get your I don't like black people, but I'll pay them to work and win championships for me. Trade your motherfucking self. I'm so sick and tired of your ass prostituting male athletes for your desires. You fucking, oh my God, trade yourself.
Yeah, man, you got enough money, man. Put that shit to use, man. Go ahead and even if you are a racist, I'm not saying you are, but if you are, go ahead and do something, man, for the inner city youth, man. And not just in Dallas. You can start there. But
you was at the things telling niggas they couldn't. We don't want that black person in here. No, not the library.
You know,
Not the Jamaica. Not in the library. Get out of here. You get your black ass out of here, coon.
What if he wasn't even racist like that?
What was you doing there?
He was just a little bit racist. Like, he was looking like, I can't believe it's niggers. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was kind of looking like that, too. Hey, look, Joe Bob, it is niggers. I thought it was going to be niggers. They said it was going to be niggers.
Long story short, clear that up, man. Come on and just clear that up. Man. Like, man, listen, I was just going to school, too, man. That's all I was doing. Just give us an answer, man. I just keep seeing that shit pop up, and it's hard for me to take you serious and look in your eyes and tell you ain't a racist old white man.
Yeah.
But I digress, man. Back to paying them bills, man. If you getting good ass Italian beef or motherfucking what's that? Hot dogs, chili links, chili fries, everything, man.
Quick food, man. Down at the press break,
Man, take your ass downtown. Don't fuck around, man. Tell Fred we sent you, man. Tell him to make them shits personal, and he will, man.
Down there right now, man. As a matter of fact, happy birthday, Nino.
Oh, happy birthday! The all white party tonight, man. Damn, I got the shoes, but not the fit.
Hey, man, I don't think you have to do the all white. You can just go.
I'm gonna stick out.
Shout out to B2. Happy birthday.
Damn, I'm gonna stick out hard as hell.
No, Mike Quan down there, he ain't no motherfucker.
Oh, he got the yellow fit?
He ain't no motherfucking white. He was in a multicolored motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It was an LRG.
Shout out to fam, man. The Pacers ain't doing it.
All them niggas trash. You know, I'm telling as much as I can. Pacers
Shit,
trash,
coming back around though, man. It's just got done raining, man. You might need a good little wax, little wash, man. Take your ass down to King KO Car Wash, man. Tell them Hendo sent you, man. The owner might look out for you. I don't know what my pull is nowadays, man, but I'm gonna find out soon. But get your shit done, man. Get that little undercarriage spray down, man. They do the whole nine, man. Windows and everything, man. Check them out. Good interior.
Yes, sir.
Where you going, man, if you need your shoes clean?
Oh, man, we going to a breath of fresh, man. Fuck with the boy Focus, man, on the south side, man. Jackson Street, 19th and Jackson, man. Go holla. We got the fresh new joints, and he restore old shit. You need your shit cleaned up, you know what I'm saying, or fully newly painted or whatever the fuck. You can just restore your shit in a million different ways. Go holla at the boy Focus at a breath of fresh.
If your bottoms is falling out, boy, you can put them shits back together, make it look like the stove did it, man. Or fuck with my man. All type of restorations, everything, man. He gonna get your shit right, man. But shit, if you looking for some exclusive dunks, some Yeezys, man, go holla at my man JV at the Closet on 5th and King, man. First floor, man. Go on there. I call it 2 rights. You go find one door, you take one right, another right. You at the shop, baby. That's all you need to know, man. Otherwise, man, we winding down, man. We done had a good episode, man.
Yes, sir.
Boss man came, checked in real quick, make sure I didn't
books, you know what I'm saying?
make sure I didn't put down Lamar too down.
On the real, why you
I be getting because we be texting and shit. We be having little side talks and shit. This is a forever debate until this nigga sign his contract. I wish this nigga just signed his goddamn money and just go on.
You know what I'm saying? Just go
I'm so goddamn tired of seeing this nigga having this conversation about this nigga.
I'm trying to say
But until that nigga sign that check, I'm having the same goddamn conversation every fucking time we come on here, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit us on YouTube. Get them likes on everything, man. Fuck with your boy, man. Shahendo G, your man.
Your boy P.I., man.
Fresh Loaf, man. Getting out of here, man.
Chill.
You dig?
Nope. All right, man. Shut the